why transformation programs fail. In spite of heavy investment, technologies, they are still failing.
The real problem with this transformation is they're only taking it as a technology transformation.
There is AI transformation, there is digital transformation.
This is where the real problem is. Transformation is not just about technology alone. It's a human behavioral initiative disguised as technology program actually.
So when you say organizations, are they not prepared for this?
There is no specific phase. Every stage of the transformation program, this resistance can come. If you do not align your leadership vision with the stakeholder benefit, maybe the program may never kick off. People have resistance, fear, emotional barrier. Until we don't address this, transformation program can never deliver the result.
With the entry of AI, which is the big thing in today's time, there are some professionals who don't want to use AI. They think that they'll lose their jobs.
Frankly saying, most of the transformation initiative are AI transformation program only.
Bots taking calls, answering to
bots
chats,
are replying the messages.
Let's talk about a little bit on program management.
Many transformation initiatives fail because they are just treated as a project.
Could you help our audience understand what are those mistakes that usually someone from project management roles moving to program management or leadership roles is making that? Welcome to P3M with Kailash Upadhyay. I'm your host here, Mayur. And before we start this podcast, I would like to thank all our viewers for your support and for your love. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. This channel is about program, projects, and portfolio management. We have in-depth topics here, so please do like, subscribe to this channel. Today's topic is really interesting, and I'm sure you're going to like this. Here, I'm going to talk about why transformation programs fail. In spite of heavy investment, technologies, they are still failing. To unravel this today, we have none other than mentor and trainer, Mr. Kailash Upadhyay. He's going to be here to unpack and give us insights into this topic. He is the CEO of Add-on Skills. He has helped so many professionals globally in their PMP, PGMP, and PFMP certifications. Hi Kailash, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Mayur. It's a great topic, and we're looking forward that we'll able to add real value for this every organization who are every day initiating a new transformative journey. Thank you.
Great. I'm really obliged to be on this show once again with you, Kailash. It's a lot of learning, I would say. So my first question to you is, as I said earlier, transformation, where these programs are there and they are failing. And there's a lot of doubt and question around this. So how can you really put insight into this and let us know why this is really happening in today's times?
See, Mayur, every organization today having n number of transformation initiative. But the real problem with this transformation is they're only taking it as a technology transformation.
Right.
Okay. But transformation is not just about technology alone. And when organizations do not overcome this mindset, and when they start thinking, the transformation is more about the behavioral transition, I think so that is when the organization will really get the real value out of it, Mayur.
Right. So just to elaborate a little bit on this, there is AI transformation, there is digital transformation. What can you tell about these transformations that come in together with this question?
See, Mayur, one thing I would like to tell you that, what every organization interpret transformation is, they interpret this just as a, as I said, technology initiative.
Okay.
But the real transformation means is, it's a human behavioral initiative disguised as technology program actually.
Okay.
And this is where the real problem is. Okay. So we just want to ensure that transformation is not just about technology alone, but it's about the entire behavioral change. That is what the transformation really, will lead to real value within the organization, Mayur.
So Kailash, I want to dive deeper into this. So when you say organizations,
Yeah.
are they not prepared for this? Is there something where they don't have that knowledge on this? How can you tell us a little bit more on that?
Absolutely, Mayur. See, what's happening is when organization is investing into any this transformation program, the problem is they only thinking it as a system transformation. They and they feel transformation is some new dashboard,
Okay.
new system, or maybe new processes or new governance structure. But if I tell you, if an organization is doing global transformation across the region, the real problem which I see is where this let's say in this regional transformation program, the regional manager are protecting their local processes.
Okay.
So let's say there are different countries where this transformation organization is running the transformation program.
Right.
The every regional manager, they still want to protect their local process. That's one problem that I see, Mayur.
Okay.
Second is what I see, even employee feels uncertain about their impact on themselves. That's another problem that I see of transformation program. Third, I see, Mayur, the middle manager. The middle manager is they fear losing control, Mayur. And the biggest problem of transformation is, Mayur, is where the real why the transformation, the change, transformation is nothing but an act of change.
Right.
Is equals to change. So people are not understanding the real reason for the change.
Okay.
And this is the until this environment is not addressed, none of the transformation initiative will become successful in any organization, Mayur.
That's really, very insightful, Kailash. I would just like to ask you this: is that these early signs and warnings that we are talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do organizations really address this? Should it come in the start, the middle, in the end? I'm talking about the transformation change, that the initiative that an organization is going or heading towards. So when does this warning signs usually come in? And that I think something the transformation or organization that we are talking about, they need to understand a little bit on that. If you could give us some more information on it, would be really helpful.
See, I will tell you, Mayur, there is no specific phase in the program life cycle, this transformation program life cycle, where you feel that there is a lack of acceptance to the this transformation initiative. I feel this is every stage of this transformation program. This resistance can come.
Okay.
Maybe at the beginning also, where if you do not align your leadership vision with the stakeholder benefit, maybe the program may never kick off. People will not give their consent. So the resistance can come at the beginning of the program and the program may not get authorized at all. Or maybe during the what we call delivery stage, when the real benefit of the transformation program is delivered, during that time also, because the environment is changing.
Right.
Today, the political uncertainty, there is a economical uncertainty, and also technology uncertainty, and there are many other environmental factors that influence the program initiative, even during when they are fully at the execution stage.
Okay.
So even that is the time these factors suddenly have changed, so people can have resistance.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, toward the end, when this transformation program is really implemented into ongoing operations, that is the time I have also seen a lot of resistance toward this transformation initiative, because the operational team who going to sustain the benefit of this transformation, they were not taken into the program consent. Their consent was not taken, and suddenly you expect them to, drive the transformation as an ongoing operational initiative. And since you have not involved them, there is a resistance to change.
Okay.
So to answer that, transformation, uh, resistance can happen during any phase of the program life cycle, not just any single point in the program duration, Mayur.
That's wonderfully said, Kailash. I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, see, we have AI transformation, we have
Yeah.
digital transformation.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, on a whole, if you're talking of transformation out over here, let's assume that the organization already initiated this.
Yeah.
They are already predicting, maybe as you said, it could be in the start, the middle, or even the end. I'm assuming this is not a technology problem, correct?
Yes.
What do you have to say about this?
See, Mayur, as I already said, program as a transformation program is not alone a technology initiative at all, actually. Okay. It is, as I said, it's a human behavior initiative,
Okay.
which is disguised as technology initiative. And until the organization do not focus on that behavior,
Right.
see, any AI transformation you said, people have resistance, people have fear, people have emotional, barrier. So we have to address this part, very, very important. Until we don't address this fear of this stakeholder, unless we don't fear this, do not involve them emotionally in this, transformation journey, this transformation program can never deliver the result.
Okay.
So let's not make a mistake that transformation program are technology initiative. It's a behavioral
Right.
change or behavioral transition.
Right.
Until that behavior don't transition individually, people, what I tell you, Mayur, people maybe in public domain, when you do meeting with them, when they are in the crowd, when they are in the public, they will show their support. But privately, they act in silos.
Right.
So that's the thing which I want to tell you.
See, I want to touch upon this when you talk about people. See, Kailash, you have vast experience. You have seen people. You have trained people globally. So my question to you comes out over here is that transformation, when we talk about, we have organizations heavily investing in technology, right? What about the people? Are they investing in them? What is your take on that?
Definitely, people are not investing in people, Mayur. People only investing in technology systems.
That's what they are saying in today's
dashboard.
Correct.
Or maybe some new governance structure. They're only focusing on this, actually.
Correct.
So until organizations do not focus on, as I said, their behavioral change, Mayur, probably, it's not going to happen. So it's very, very important that they have to invest on people.
Right.
Because we will call it stakeholder rather.
Correct.
Okay. It's important that the stakeholder should be aligned. That's very, very important, Mayur. Yeah.
So here, we talk about the people. Let me just move a little bit back to the organization now. Organization has somebody to blame to. Execution, PMO.
Yeah.
What do you have to say on that when the blame needs to be shifted to someone?
See, Mayur, I'll tell you a 4-step model, actually, frankly saying.
Okay.
Okay. I have seen that always, you rightly said, people feel PMO inefficiency. This is one reason people feel that the transformation has failed.
Right.
Or the other reason, people thinks that vendors are we don't have effective vendors.
Or the budget is own.
Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe they feel that transformation is only about approved budget or managing the budget, actually.
Right.
Okay. So these are the reason, only are focused within the organization. But now, what they need to focus, Mayur, this 4-step model, which I have, implemented in many organizations where I work with individual, and when I help them to really make this transformation initiative successful, I've always told them, Mayur, transformation is nothing but a change.
Correct.
Important is why this change is important. That's the first point.
Okay.
Not what is the change. So the organization is only focusing what have to change.
Right.
There
There has to be a holistic approach.
have to be, yeah. Because unless you don't understand why this change is important,
Right.
the people will never support it. And that is missing. In the leadership team is not able to communicate the why side of the change. The second reason which I tell you, is the stakeholder, rather than taking stakeholder, creating a list, you have to think of stakeholder alignment. That means, as I said again, Mayur, when stakeholder, I've seen that when they attend this meeting, transformation program meeting, when you call them in a meeting, they definitely participate in the meeting. And they also agree to the plan to conduct this transformation. They maybe agree.
Right.
And also I've seen that they smile in the steering committee meeting very happily. They so like that kind of behavior. But the problem is, deep down, they do not agree that this, stakeholder do not agree that this transformation is really necessary.
Okay.
So the problem,
So there is some resistance out over there.
there is absolutely a resistance.
On this, I would just want to touch upon this resistance, Kailash. Is there a metrics? Is there any way you could measure this? An organization could? Because see, as you said earlier on this, when you're there in a steering committee, when you're in a meeting, they're all working together, smiling. But then outside, they are working in silos.
Absolutely.
So from the organization lens, is there any way they could measure this?
Absolutely, Mayur. I think so. This
Could
is a
you-
wonderful question. Yeah. I'll tell you some metrics to measure whether the stakeholder are really, supporting the transformation initiative or not. See, one of the metrics, Mayur, and correct me, if I'm wrong anywhere. See,
Right.
one matrix that I believe that, stakeholder, when are they giving feedback?
Correct.
If the stakeholder giving feedback during this transformation, probably that is a great matrix that they are engaged in this transformation journey. Second matrix, if I have to tell them about whether they are really aligned to this transformation is not. Second matrix, if I have to tell you, is other than feedback, I have to tell you this matrix is very, very important. Where are they contributing to the knowledge repository? That means, are they coming up with new ideas?
Yes.
The ideas to improve this transformation initiative, any bottleneck,
They would
overcoming that.
They would need to align themselves.
Exactly. Because-
Bring something on the table.
and that will only happen, Mayur, when they will be really supporting the transformation. If deep down they do not believe that this transformation is necessary, they will never contribute to knowledge. That means they will not come up with new ideas. They will not
Correct.
come up with new solution,
Correct.
kind of things and all. And I can tell you many metrics, Mayur, even communication delay. See, what happens, many times when leadership wants to know the status and the progress, sometimes the stakeholder, since they are not aligned to this transformation initiative, they do not respond promptly to those information that has been asked for effective governance. So there's a communication delay from the stakeholder.
Okay.
And that is very, very important, Mayur. If any organization wants to learn that if the stakeholder are really engaged in the transformation, then they have to know how promptly they are responding to the communication requirement related communication requirement, rather I'll say.
Okay.
This was the second point where, stakeholder alignment is missing actually. They, in transformation, the only stakeholder list is created, but they were not aligned and right matrix was not known.
Right.
Whether they actually are aligned throughout this transformation journey
Okay.
with this program or not.
Okay.
The third point which I have, over in my so many experience of such transformational program, I believe that the stakeholder are not really aligned to the real benefit of this particular transformation.
Okay.
Okay. So people or the stakeholder, when they understand that this transformation is important for this overall organizational success, and these are the benefits what they are trying to achieve through this transformational initiative, then when the benefit are effectively communicated, then the stakeholder will not have that resistance toward this transformational journey, Mayur.
Right.
Okay. So, and one more point which I have realized, other than
Sorry to interrupt you here, Kailash, but I think it's a very key point is communication, which you said.
yes,
You know, now if there is a fracture,
yes, yes,
then I don't think this can be really taken
no,
forward. Right?
absolutely. See what happens,
You could even talk a little bit about that communication part.
absolutely, absolutely. See what happens, Mayur, in this benefit realization point, during this delivery or during when we are transitioning the benefit into the operations for ongoing sustainment, the problem is there is no effective workshop kind of thing is created by this program leadership team to ensure the stakeholder really protect those benefit realization. So the problem is that the communication with this while we are transitioning the benefit, lack of that, and what kind of how can we organize this communication is conducting workshops,
Correct.
conducting some kind of, we call it beta rollout, where when the transformation as a as a implementation is done, it have to be communicated that how the real value will look like.
Right.
So that will only come when you do some kind of workshop, some kind of demo, beta rollout, and in that, this continuous communication is very, very effective, Mayur. That's what I want to tell you here.
So in this communication, Kailash, you know what I think about here. See, we talked about transformation, we talked about metrics, we talked about benefits, right? Now here, the organization lens we have already covered, right? Where how an organization can actually see this transformation. My question to you comes here is that when we are talking about communication, there is resistance, and this resistance could be behavioral. Can you know how you could map that? How much time does it take for this transition to happen?
Absolutely. See, in fact, that was around my fourth point of ensuring that, this transformation is taken in a right manner, in a structural approach.
Okay.
First as I said, the change actually. That's the first point where, people do not understand the real value of this transformation. Transformation is nothing but the change. They only understand what is the change they have to do. They do not understand why the change is necessary.
Right, right.
Second, I told rather than just having a stakeholder list, they have to align every stakeholder to this particular, transformation journey. Every stakeholder should actually become the benefit owner. And the third point, what I said is the benefit realization mindset. The stakeholder, when they become the owner, they should able to resolve all the impediments, and we should continuously understand the matrix whether they are really aligned to this transformation initiative or not.
Right.
But the last point which you really asked is a great point, is leadership behavioral change as well. Frankly saying, we always expect that
the organization change.
Organizational change, yeah. So that's what we've always believed that the people who are implementing this change, who are actually the solution delivery team, who are delivering the solution, transformation solution, we only expect they will change.
Right.
They will support that to their behavioral change. But the bigger problem is the leadership. They have to build that culture where this change will foster.
Right.
Okay, and they have to understand the leadership have to become more like a servant leader, Mayur.
Yes.
They have to understand that resistance will be natural because, as I said, there's a fear. There's an emotional disconnect to this transformational initiative.
Right.
So until this, leadership do not accept that the people are emotionally not connected and they have fear that if this transformation becomes successful, probably they will lose their own credibility, they will lose their own power, they will lose
Correct.
their own maybe job. Until that leadership behavior don't change, probably this transformation will never able to realize the any value, Mayur. Now, your question is timeline, basically, Mayur. Of course, program is a temporary endeavor, like a project. We have to understand that timeline, because otherwise, even if the program is successful, if it is not delivered at the right time, we will fail to realize the benefit, or we can say the real value out of this particular program. So as a transformation program manager, he must understand that protecting that timeline is very, very important. But how do we protect that timeline? That is where the real program management value will come into picture, Mayur.
Right.
So there is no fix. As I said, there will be, because every change will have impact on the overall timeline to realize the real value of that transformation kind of thing.
Right.
So protecting the timeline is very, very important. And how do we implement that timeline? That is where the entire framework of this program management, as per the PMI standard for program management, it has a right structure to protect that timeline, Mayur, actually.
That's wonderfully said, Kailash. See, you were talking about servant leadership.
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to, elaborate a little bit more on that. I want you to give some more insights on that. Since we are talking about transformation
Yes.
in today's times,
Yes.
right? Organization, even behavioral also.
Yes.
Now, servant leadership is where the project manager, program manager, or
Yeah,
portfolio manager goes out of his way to remove the impediments for his team, support his team, right? Now, when you're talking about this, what is the change that can take place that bridges the gap for this to actually happen? Because it's not easy, right, to come out of your cabin and sit with your team and help your team remove the impediments, right? So my question to you is that to really get this done, it's easy to talk, it's easy to implement. Really, is there that can be done very easily? Because it's very hard for senior professionals to really adapt to that. What is your take on that?
So, Mayur, absolutely, every transformation initiative will become successful where every stakeholder will support it.
Okay.
Not just the delivery team who going to implement the solution. Okay. But also, Mayur, the leadership team, they have to transform a lot actually. Okay. Now, this is wonderful question which you have asked. How the leadership team adapt to
Correct.
When so many transformational bottlenecks are coming.
Correct, because the resistance will come in.
Resistance,
A senior
absolutely.
professional has to move out of his cabin and be with his team. Whereas on the other way around, if you see, he can maybe call them to their cabin. That's not what servant leadership is. He needs to get out of the way and see and help his team. So again, to stop this resistance, see, you've been seeing, you've experienced that, you've trained so many. So how does that really, I wanted to understand, our audience will be very curious to really know, how they can adapt to that.
No, absolutely, Mayur. What's happening, this is this going to be even, because this is a behavioral change even for this leadership team who had to drive that entire delivery team who are actually at the forefront of, that implementation of that entire solution for that transformation initiative. So what I can tell you, Mayur, in this transformation, this leadership team, again, they should not do micromanagement. The problem is, when sometimes what happens in this transformation, the leadership team start doing like a micromanagement kind of thing.
Right.
Actually start telling them what needs to be done.
They are not being leaders.
Yeah, exactly. They start thinking that, okay, you do exactly follow these steps. Rather than, as I again say, tell them that, why the change is important, and guide the servant leadership team when they go and meet the team. Maybe sometimes the small thing, just give a shoulder kind of massage to a team. Sometimes then it just come out of the ego that you are maybe sitting in a cabin and you are giving just a shoulder massage to a team. Sometimes telling them, and in fact that itself, and in that confrontation, in that collaboration, you have to understand why this delivery team is disconnected from this particular transformation. So rather than telling them what needs to do, again communicating them why this change is important and how you can share your own expertise without being forcing on them. Rather, where you promote collaboration, where you generate idea, do brainstorming. Brainstorming is an idea generation technique where you ask this team to, let's brainstorm it together. Rather than you create the whole plan for this transformation and delegate the activities. That is where the problem will become bigger and bigger. So you as a servant leader, as a senior leader, you meet the team.
Team bonding activities you can do, yes.
Brainstorming, where help them understand that, we all are on the same, page. We are working toward the same initiative. And when you feel that the person is coming at the same level, rather than showing the big hierarchy or authority, so then the problem will never be addressed. So rather than showing authority, maybe even promote them to sometime resolve their own conflict and give them that kind of an authority that they are the best people to address them among themselves. But if any time they need your leadership support, then you are always there where we can all work together for a win-win results, Mayur. So I think that kind of sometime, going at that level, at the team level, where you, as I said, sometimes just pat on the back and just give a shoulder massage, just have a sometime maybe a quick lunch with them.
Yes.
Okay. Or maybe while leaving the office, maybe just ask them to, can I accompany you today? Can you drop me on some way? And maybe in that time where you can build that emotional connect, Mayur. I think that's going to be.
I think it's well said, Kailash. I'll just touch a little bit more on that. I think managers in today's times, as you said, touch on the shoulder or maybe team bonding activities. But I think the tone needs to be set from the start.
Yes.
And again, out here, if an organization change is happening, right? And if you have to implement servant leadership, it's not easy for a senior professional to immediately go and touch the shoulder or be with the team and do team bonding activities. So I think there's a phase and there is some time, but again, the tone is very important because you need to have that intent. It should be there inbuilt.
Absolutely.
Right? And if not, then maybe you can inculcate that, you can bring it out and, you could actually show that you are going or moving towards transformation.
And absolutely, Mayur. See, it was a transformation for the leader also.
Yes.
It's not just a technology transformation done by only some delivery team or implementation team. It's a complete leadership transformation as well.
Right.
And probably they may not be comfortable with it.
Right.
But in today's business environment, the leader also needs to adapt to these behavioral changes as well, Mayur. So I know it's not easy, but the effort needs to be done. They need to learn these, maybe even attend some those kind of training, leadership training, that how to effectively communicate with the delivery team. And there are workshops for that as well. So there are ways how to, but the intent should be there that, we are not having a different hierarchy kind of thing. Rather, we are one flat organization where everybody are delivering value.
So Kailash, that was really nicely said. You touched upon some really relevant topics, which I really liked. And I'm sure our audience till now are getting a lot of value from this. I would like to talk to you about a little bit on, we touched upon, the resistance. We talked about organization transformation,
Yes.
servant leadership. I would like to dive in a little bit into emotional intelligence. This is a very broad topic that is there,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And in today's times, we have, stakeholders who are unhappy, project managers overburdened with work, right? They are not meeting their deadlines.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And in this, how does the team really believe in themselves? How do they really work, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want you to just talk on emotional intelligence, the role that is there, and how important it is in today's times.
I think so. Great point, Mayur. Emotional intelligence in digital transformation can't be ignored. The role of emotional intelligence,
Yes.
actually, because see, what is emotional intelligence basically means not just controlling others' emotions, but sometimes controlling your own emotions as well.
Yeah.
Because what happens, Mayur, in such transformation program, not just sometimes the team stop believing that this initiative can be successful, and sometimes you as the leader may also stop believing that this, transformation initiative will be
Successful.
successful kind of things. And also there are emotional baggages, turmoils that are quite natural in this. If I had to tell you, if I think back, go back into some of the initiative recently, I have seen maybe few year back, Mayur, some digital transformation, or rather, I'll tell you, agile transformation. Agile transformation is, every organization had this agile transformation initiative.
Right.
And I was part of one organization where we were, as a vendor or as a partner, helping the organization to, in this digital or I'm sorry, in this agile transformation journey, we were helping them as a consultant, as a partner in the agile transformation journey. What has happened in that, Mayur, you know, they were traditional mindset people actually,
Okay.
who were the old command and control kind of, leadership style that they were following.
Okay.
What has happened, I believe that, they were not willing to accept this agile transformation because they thought that their power will be, you know, they will lose the power.
Okay.
Because agile is not about command and control. Agile is more about, servant leadership.
Correct.
So what has happened, what I have seen in that, before actually doing those, maybe that process or technology initiative, you know, first thing I have to do is, as in consultant, we have to understand the emotional problems actually with this team who are involved in this agile transformation journey. So we have to work with them personally, so that the start was not about what process we going to adopt as a methodology, or what technology we going to use, maybe
Right.
some tools like Jira, Confluence, or anything else. So before even the discussion went into that area, what I have realized is, the problem I've seen is, I have to first deal the emotional problem,
Right.
because these were the legacy mindset, traditional mindset people, and agile is a modern way of working. So then we have to do lot of workshop with them, show them that how agile transformation, rather than they will lose control, rather than they will lose decision making power, they have to focus on more important thing.
Right.
Let team create their own plan who are doing the work. And these leaders who are at the forefront of this agile transformation, they have to ensure that they willing to become like an agile coach, team coach. They become a coach, become a, again, servant leader. So they have to, so this emotional I have to understand this emotional side of those particular team. And also, Mayur, during the, when this problem was solved, when the entire transformation journey began, and I've also realized that the team who are actually part of this agile team, there are also in lot of emotional problem, because when the product development was not doing as per their iteration planning, sprint planning. And when every sprint was not meeting the definition of done or
Right.
minimum business increment, it was not able to deliver. The team had, they started believing that are they effective or can they really make this
Change.
change through this new way of working, which is the agile way of working.
Right.
And this always I realized that, and that is the time I have to, as a consultant, I have to tell them that don't expect the change from the very first go, from the very first iteration. And the very reason we are doing this agile transformation is we do not believe that the first few increment will meet the
Expectations.
acceptance criteria, the definition of done, or the minimum viable product or minimum business increment. And we have never uh, have that expectation also.
Correct.
So when as a consultant and as a the scrum master or the agile coach, we together told this delivery team that don't take that emotional baggage, because they believe that the very first increment will deliver the minimum business increment.
Right.
So when they felt emotionally protected, when this approach was done, I think so then the transformation, agile transformation took a real pace.
Okay.
It became really a great example in that organization. And that organization today, when I still go into some kind of support and consultancy, though that transformation is done, but I'm still visiting some of those organizations where I believe that, I think this is really great point you said. This emotional connect, the emotional intelligence actually delivered more value than just technology transformation or a new way of working transformation. Probably if I would have not made this organization successful, if I would have only focused on agile as a methodology, I took this as an entire emotional transformation
Right.
through the emotional intelligence understanding, Mayur.
See, Kailash, I would want to move from this topic a little bit ahead. We talked about agile, we talked about resistance. We have servant leadership, we have managers who have practiced this also.
Yeah.
Professionals doing that. Now, my question to you is with the entry of AI, which is the big thing in today's time,
Yeah,
right?
it's a buzzword. Actually.
Yeah. So, how can now this resistance be really be taken care? Because there are some professionals who don't want to use AI. They think that they'll lose their jobs or whatever. I mean, XYZ. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But then, what is your, how you would want to really take on this or help our audience understand that you can work with AI and just as servant leadership right now. So what do you have to say on this?
See, Mayur, I'll say, frankly saying, most of the transformation initiative, which are transformation program, are AI transformation program only.
Okay.
Of course, the older days when organizational structural transformation was
Right.
the most prominent initiative, transformation initiative. But I believe every organization today is doing AI transformation.
Right. Yes.
Okay, whether it's a pharma company, whether it's an airline company, whether it's plus even a training organization,
Construction.
everywhere
Media.
AI is the buzzword, and everybody wants to adopt the AI into their organization, into their way of working.
Yes.
So what I'll tell you, Mayur, majority of the transformation in every organization is the AI transformation. Okay. Now, and in AI transformation, this, as I said, fear is but natural.
Right.
Because everything is getting automated, Mayur. Whether simple thing, sales, the traditional sales too is getting automated, where now there are
Bots taking calls. Answering to
bots
chats.
are replying the messages,
Right.
even 24/7.
Right.
So sometimes even the sales team who are showing resistance to this kind of transformation, they don't want to share their knowledge and build this new solution through this transformation initiative. But Here I want to tell you, Mayur, organization needs to protect this team also. And I say that make them part of this entire journey and make them and give them confidence that even if this transformation initiative becomes successful, what role they will have future this post transformation kind of thing. They can take a better leadership role.
Right.
They can,
Well said. Yes.
they can bring a new channel of sales maybe.
Correct.
The new the different solution they can bring.
So a little bit, I want to just, sorry to pause you on this, Kailash. See, you gave a very good example on leadership, sales also. Say for example, now, a salesperson is doing the usual daily operations work of sales. AI has come in. As you said, now you have chatbots, you have AI taking calls. And the salesperson is feeling a little bit out. Little bit redundant. He's feeling that, okay, I think AI is taking up my job. But you said something really nice, which is a good insight to our audience, where take up new roles, new initiatives. Right? This also is transformation. Right?
Absolutely, Mayur.
You don't need to lose your job, transform yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So how you can really make the transformation change coupled with AI? Could you give a little bit twist on that, a little bit talk on that? Yes.
Absolutely, Mayur. See, if we continue with this sales automation through this transformation initiative, so see, I believe that, the traditional sales is where a person will follow up on leads, nurture the leads,
Make calls.
to make a calls in a tool or maybe send messages and kind of things and all. But this was the traditional way of doing sales.
Right.
And just ensuring that we are every calls, every leads are promptly responded, kind of things. Maybe different tools, maybe making a phone call, replying through messages, or whatever things. But now, Mayur, these people who are, they need to understand, they need to participate in the organizational growth. They need to understand that once one channel is automated, sales have to bring a new channel to, bring the business value.
Right.
Kind of things. So, this leadership team need to understand that those people who are involved in that transformation, the sales team understand that, give them a new strategic mindset that you are, once this transformation journey is successful, what is your new strategic change or a new transformation where they need to, they need to involve and they need to deliver the biggest value. So create a new channel. Create a new channel of, building the sales channel kind of things and all.
Right.
I think so. This is where, when the leadership team able to protect the, stakeholder who are involved in this transformation and give them that confidence that, they are not going to be replaced, rather that their role going to be much bigger, much strategic, and they will be always a new transformation initiative where they need to involve and where they need to be an initiator or maybe a driver for the change. I think so then the people will be aligned to this particular transformation.
I think this, Kailash, this topic that we touched upon is going to really help a lot of our audience understand, because they are facing this in today's times.
Right.
I would like to move from this to the next segment of our podcast, where let's talk about a little bit on program management.
Wonderful.
Right? See, you're a pioneer in project, program and portfolio. You have trained so many candidates, so many professionals, helped them get certified also. Now, my question to you is that, does project management fundamentals differ from program management? What is the real understanding or the link between that in today's times?
I think so, Mayur. This is where I think this podcast will really add value. Is transformation should not be taken as a project, rather it should be taken as a program actually.
Right.
One reason which I have experienced, many transformation initiatives fail because they are just treated as a project.
Okay.
So now program management is the the domain, what I say, that will really, make this transformation a real value delivery for every organization. If I have to tell you that, with an example, Mayur, today every organization is having multiple transformation initiative, not just one. Multiple transformation initiative organization is doing, and again the reason is the AI, because every organization start believing that every business function can be automated. So they are doing HR automation, they are doing marketing automation, they are doing, as we said, sales automation.
Correct.
And they are doing lot of technology automation as well. So at concurrently, simultaneously, multiple transformation initiative are being conducted.
Okay.
But the problem is every initiative is treated as a project. Of course, every project is delivering some value. In silos, that marketing, now earlier what used to happen, people used to do marketing, lot of different, even television marketing or door-to-door marketing. There are many different marketing styles were there. But today, because of the AI, lot of thing is getting automated. Your email response is automated. Your content creation is automated. Okay, your respond to customer sales messages are automated.
Right.
Okay, your lead generation campaign are all automated. Everything is getting automated, Mayur.
Right.
So what I'm trying to tell you that there are different automation is happening simultaneously into different business function. But the problem is where individual project, this transformation project are delivering the value. But the program management is more about building this entire transformation into a synergy. And when the synergy will happen, this value from these multiple transformation project will be greater than the sum of the individual project value.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you and how this will happen, as a program manager, if I tell you few examples, Mayur, in this every transformation initiative within this organization, let's say contract can be done centralized contracting. Rather than every transformation project, they are doing their own contracting. If there's a program level, do a centralized contracting, and they buy maybe any AI subscription or AI tool, then everybody can share that and everybody can effectively utilize that. Rather than every transformation project initiative is thinking, okay, which subscription is best for me? Because even the subscription, when it worked at an enterprise level, it becomes much effective and it gives you much, much more token than when individual transformation project can do that.
Correct.
So one is that contracting can be much efficiently handled if it is all this individual transformation initiative rather than treating them as a project, if they are treated as a program.
Okay.
Another thing which I would like to tell you as a program manager, Mayur, even the decision making can be centralized.
Okay.
See what is happening that, every transformation project, they are for every authorization, for every approval, they have to individually meet to different team. And sometimes, every project manager, any additional budget approval, any additional scope change kind of things and all, they have to meet the different people. Imagine that as a program manager who had the central point at every change directly come to one single person at a program manager, and then he understand that how all of this decision, what is the value, is there any synergy between this kind of resource maybe in kind of in driving this change, then that decision making will be much faster if it is all these transformation projects are treated under one particular program. Okay. More importantly, Mayur, not just about decentralized decision making, not just about centralized contracting process. So program actually delivers the benefits, Mayur. What is happening, individual projects, when they are running in silos, if and even this benefit can be maximized when they, the better resource interdependency can be done. Okay, and through which and knowledge sharing can be done. So the benefit and individual transformation program, or sorry, individual transformation initiative as a project, they do not have to just think that I have to deliver my initiative successfully, but rather they have to think how, if we can collaborate, how the greater benefit can be realized. So this is very, very important, where program management will focus on collective benefit of this individual transformation initiative projects, other than collective benefit realization. And this is very, very important program management role, Mayur. The last thing is I will tell you is strategy alignment, Mayur.
Okay.
See, many times what happens, there are transformation program which, are delivering the benefit, but sometimes those benefit may be for some individuals or some stakeholders, but those benefit may not contribute to organization strategic objectives. So program can really align these individual transformation projects benefit to the organizational strategic objectives, Mayur.
Okay.
This is where program management will come, will deliver this entire multiple discrete and silos transformation initiative into a greater successful organizational change, Mayur. Yeah.
Kailash, I want to touch upon next question on this topic only. We are talking about program management.
Yes.
So I want to ask you the mindset that is required
Yes.
to move from project management to program leadership.
Very good.
So could you give us some insight on that, enlighten us on how this can connect the dots?
No, absolutely, Mayur. As I said, every transformation initiative, Mayur, rather than thinking that I have to just deliver a process, a system, or just a technology transformation, what I want to tell you, program management is more about not just making a system implementation, actually. See, that's what the problem within the organization is. They feel that the transformation is successful where the entire initiative is implemented into the operations. But what I have realized that many times technology transformation is successful, but the behavioral transition is has never happened. So program management is all about, it is a greater initiative rather than just ensuring that, the entire solution is implemented. Maybe AI solution has already come and implemented. But problem is, even after the AI solution, the organization is not able to achieve the real business value.
Right. Kailash, I want to ask you, see, we talked about the mindset, okay, and our audience is going to have this question immediately. It came to my mind that, say, you have worked as a project manager, a program manager, right? Many of our audiences out over here are moving from project management to program management, leadership roles. You would have also made some mistakes. There were some lessons learned during that time.
Absolutely.
Could you help our audience understand what are those mistakes that usually someone from project management roles moving to program management or leadership roles is making that?
Yeah, Mayur, I think so. Absolutely. If I say that I have not made any mistake, then I will be only fooling myself and maybe to my audience, actually.
Because none other than anybody else, your experience, if you could share, I mean, they would really love to hear it.
Absolutely, Mayur. See, in fact, in many of my training, I highlight many of my mistakes, actually. Okay. I'll not tell you the organization name when I was, doing this kind of transformation initiative, again, agile, if I go sometime back, okay, where, my organization had decided to do agile transformation, Mayur. What has happened, I was that traditional project manager and having that traditional mindset, actually, Mayur.
Okay.
What has happened when my organization decided into this agile transformation journey, I was the first person to show resistance toward this change, which is nothing but transformation.
Transformation, yes.
Transformation is equals to change. And in fact, IIT...
You were the first person.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
the first person who convinced the team, or who were trying to convince the organization that we don't want to go to agile transformation, Mayur.
How did they react?
And, see, in fact, they, because of the maturity of the organization, I was an old hand to the organization. And they knew that why I am showing this resistance toward this agile transformation. So what has happened, if I go back into those memory lanes, there are so many impediments that I created in this transformation journey. Okay, there's so many things where I was, convincing the organization that the command and control were the best, way of, doing the projects, actually, Mayur. So then what has happened that, this leadership team, and even those consultants who were came to implement this agile transformation, they took me into confidence. They told me, Kailash, we understand that, you have maybe from last 6 to 7 years in this organization, you have delivered every
Single project.
transformation initiative successfully in the past. Okay. But now what they told me, that they start, in fact, they identified the real root cause why I was showing resistance to this transformation, Mayur. Okay. So they told me, Kailash, you are not going to lose the power. When agile is going to come, though you will not do micromanagement of a team, you will not do lot of planning, upfront planning, and where team who are actually the delivery team, they're going to do the planning. So they told me, Kailash, that does not mean that your value will come down. My leadership team sat with me, and they understood this real problem. Okay, and with that collaborative effort, they told me, Kailash, once this agile transformation becomes successful, you can focus on more, the business value realization rather than just delivering that as a technology initiative.
Correct.
So you can give more of a leadership experience, you can give more of a business experience, and more of even your power skills. That will come in more effective rather than only way of working. Because I was, that's what PMI talent triangle, way of working, power skills, and business acumen.
Business acumen.
I was only focusing on way of working. So they said, Kailash, agile is also, methodology is one kind of way of working. They said, probably you are not familiar with the agile value chain, but you will have to focus more on the power skill angle, and you have to more focus on the business acumen angle. And this is what the organization wants you to focus more, rather than just on some way of working kind of things and all. And that's gave me a lot of confidence, Mayur. I really got lot of confidence, and I then started supporting the agile transformation journey. So that was the mistake I made, where I didn't found the real, sometimes transformation, the change. I really saw the real value of the change kind of things. When I saw the value of change and what will be my role, kind of thing, I will get a more of a business change manager role. I will get more of a leadership role, which is I will have to demonstrate more of a power skills. So I think so that is one mistake I can quickly realize, Mayur, that I made, that because of lack of my own understanding about the agile transformation, I made that mistakes, Mayur.
Wonderfully said, Kailash. I think we touched upon the mindset right now, emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Right now I would just think that what are the signs or the early signs that someone is actually ready for program management leadership roles? See, you said you
Yeah.
you were there when Agile came in. There was resistance from you. You had the organization to handhold you and help you with that. But in today's times, you really don't have the organization, or they don't invest that much time in an individual. Now you have to deal and cope
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. So to move from project management, since we are talking about program management here
Yeah, yeah.
and leadership roles, how does one really know, or the signs, the early signs that shows, yes, you can do it, you are able to do it, you can move forward?
Actually, Mayur, again, if I connect it to the PMI talent triangle,
Ah.
I feel, program manager have to more focus on power skills and the business acumen rather than way of working
Working.
angle kind of
Yes,
things and all.
yes.
Even if they do not understand agile, which is the way of working, or maybe AI. AI is also part of the way of working
Way of
angle of
working,
the
yes.
PMI talent triangle.
Correct.
So you do not have to understand the agile automation, maybe Claude, maybe Chat GPT, or maybe any other
Right.
AI agent building. That you don't need to be master in that. So what I want to tell you, if I have to see the people, is their mindset changing? That this leader, are they uh, becoming the advocate for this particular change, where they actively listening? This is active listening is one
Yes.
of the skills into the power
Skills,
skill
correct.
angle of the.
Yes.
And are they you know again are they able to better overcome the conflict situation? Are they treating are they the reason for the conflict, or are they the solution for the conflict?
Right.
That is very, very important. If the and most importantly, maybe let's say from the business acumen, if a person who is, you can give him the program with the role, when he thinks the justification for the change, do he really understand that why this AI transformation, why this agile transformation? When they are able to justify that this is mandatory for the organization in today's world, otherwise the organization will fail. Okay, if you see any person who is convinced that AI transformation is must, agile transformation is must, or maybe organizational structural transformation is must, and if you see that this person have that business acumen, he is supporting that business transformation, that business mindset. Okay, I think so that is the person is showing great sign of becoming a great program manager or a program leader, Mayur.
It was really wonderful, Kailash, to be on this podcast with you. One line that stuck with me today is that transformation will happen, it's inevitable, and you have to embrace that.
Absolutely.
I would like to thank all our viewers on this podcast to like, subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of content already there, and the content which is already coming in also from us. A lot of hard work is going in to research these topics and bring them to you so it can add value to you. So please do like, subscribe, share your comments, hit the bell icon so you know which is the next podcast that is going to be coming. Thank you once again. I want to thank our audience and also our guest Kailash Upadhyay for sharing his ideas, his topics, his understanding on project, program and portfolio. Thank you, Kailash. It's been a pleasure being here with you. I look forward to hosting you in the next podcast.
Absolutely, Mayur. This is a great conversation.
Yes.
And a lot of point. I would like to again summarize this entire podcast with that one statement that transformation is organizational behavioral initiative
Yes.
rather than a technology initiative. Okay, so if organization understand this in today's world, then I believe that the organization is becoming a leader in their domain, Mayur. So thank you.
Great, great. So I'd like to tell to the audience that continue the learning and keep moving forward. See you in the next episode.